What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at MattyFish33 on YouTube. If you've been here before, thank you so much. Couldn't do this without you guys. If you haven't been here before, please like, subscribe, share, click that bell, get those notifications, and follow us along on this fishy journey. So guys, we have a couple of updates in today's video. We had a death. I'll get to that later in the video. It did not occur in this tank. I'll tell you that right now. What we are going to do today, though, is do a fish feature. And I'm also going to key you guys in on a couple things. We're real close. I'm getting ready to start doing some merch. I think I'm going to start with some stickers. As you guys may have seen, I've been doing some voting for stickers. I need to do the next round. I'll get that out soon, guys. I promise. And we'll get some stickers printed up for those of you that might be interested. But be on the lookout for that next vote. But let's go ahead and jump into our fish feature real quick, and then we'll talk about who died later on. So, today's fish feature is on our Otter Point Jake peacock cichlid, aka our Eureka red, or scientifically known as Alankara Jacob Freibergi. That's going to be this guy right over here. Also, these guys are known as the fairy peacock cichlid as well. I'm sorry for the micro bubbles, guys. I got to change out the polishing pad here. This guy's unfortunately kind of just been chilling up here. He is a beautiful fish, but I'm not so sure why, but he goes through these spurts in this tank where he definitely is kind of like the loner of the tank, so to speak. And then he goes through all these other spurts where he wants to be boss man and he's all fired up. He's kind of in between right now, in my opinion. But anyways, so your max size for these guys is going to be between 6 and 8 inches. And for males, that is. And for females, you're looking at probably about 4 to 5 inches. Dolph, come on. Our blue dolphin. Everybody, I fed everybody, but man, they making it really hard to film this guy for you guys right now. Just like pretty much all your other African cichlids, your water parameters are going to be similar, right? So water temperature about 74 to 83 or so degrees. As I've said in many videos before, I prefer to keep my water temperature on the upper end of that. We stay right around 80 degrees. And these guys are going to prefer just your general African cichlid pH as well, somewhere between 7.4 around up to about 8.5. So these guys live amongst boulders and in caves in Lake Malawi. Not exactly an ambush predator per se, but something of that nature. But they eat a bunch of smaller things out in the wild, invertebrates and things like that, just like a lot of your other cichlids do. Your non-predatory fish, I should say. These guys are, for the most part, moderately aggressive, which, and I say moderately because, you put this guy in a tank with umbunas, he's probably going to get shredded. Not going to lie. I mean, in rare cases, I'm sure it works. Some of you may have had it working, but in my opinion, not ideal. He's more suited for a hap and peacock tank. He can also go with Victorian haps and do just fine with them as well. Oh, there we go. He's flaring up a little. I really love the way his tail fin and the end of his top fins are. Just kind of looks like he was a paintbrush used on an artist's palette to me, which is one of the things I really love about this fish, guys. Just as every other cichlid in terms of breeding, these guys would get very aggressive when they are breeding, and they are mouth breeders just like the rest of your Malawi cichlids are for the most part. I would think that, these guys, I'm not quite sure, I'm just gonna speak from the heart here, and I guess I should say. My experience with this guy, he's been very up and down in terms of how he's fit in this system. Obviously, he's fine. He's been in with these guys for over a year, but like I said, very up and down. goes up in corners sometimes, out in front, and peacocking, if you will, hence why peacock cichlids got their names, and looking very vibrant. And then you got times like these where he's just kind of moderate. So one thing I think the reasoning for that is because I've noticed this with another fish in our tank too, and you're going to understand when I tell you. So this is old red, our ruby red cichlid, aka our rubicens, which I think he might actually be a hybrid of a rubicens and an Otter Point Jake. But this guy colored up a long time before our Otter Point Jake that doesn't currently have a name, which, by the way, guys, we need to take a name vote for them, so drop comments below with name suggestions and we will take a vote for a name on this beautiful guy. But like I said, I think that our ruby red might actually be mixed with an Otter Point Jake. But back to the original point that I was making. This is why you hear a lot of fish keepers talk about similar colored cichlids in the same system. You know, like obviously we have a bunch of different blues and stuff in here, which you're going to see a lot in Lake Malawi, but you know, all my guys that are blue, they're a little bit different shades of blue, things like that, you know, breaks it up. But these guys, they're very similar. This guy's obviously a little bit more rusty colored, and this guy's a little brighter and more kind of like that fire orange. But back to what I was saying, this one colored up first. Our rubicens, or hybrid rubicens, more than likely, if you will, that one colored up first. This guy took a long time. And then, if any of you that have been really following this channel for a long time, you might remember this. Baloo took over because this guy was the OG of OG tank bosses. He was the first guy to color up in this tank fully. Looked really beautiful over a year ago. He's got a snail in his mouth. But then he lost all of his fire because our electric blue hap had colored up. And he sulked for months. And honestly, where he's at right now, not even in my opinion, especially right this very second, not even as good as when he first colored up, but he's made a lot of his way back. And these two fish, I think because they are so similar, it's been kind of going back and forth with and where they're fitting in the hierarchy. Maybe some fish are confusing the two of them. I'm not sure. Maybe that's probably not even accurate at all because of hormones that fish release. Again, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a biologist, guys, so I don't know. This is just observation of what I'm telling you. But nonetheless, this guy does just fine in here. He's been getting along well, so please, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think we should name this guy. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out there. My name suggestion, because something I've been kind of thinking on for a while, but I haven't particularly given him this name for a while. I just want to call him Rusty because of that rusty reddish orange color that he has and how it kind of fades into his fins and everything, and it's got some of those copper tones. And then, like I said, you got like what looks like was dipped in an artist palette, so to speak, on the ends of his tail and the ends of his fins. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think we should name this beautiful guy right here. And also, let's cover what happened, who died, and what happened there real quick for you guys. So, we're over here in the jungle in our cube system, and for those of you that have been watching, typically there's somebody, if our Severum would move, typically there's somebody that hangs out back there in the corner that you don't see. Unfortunately, guys, I wasn't home. I was not here to see it. I can only kind of speculate on what happened because my wife was here and she may have heard what happened but didn't see it either. So long story short, our archer fish is no more. And this tank is perfectly fine. Water parameters checked out. Everything was fine after he even ate in the morning before I left to go for a long day at work. And when I came home, he was here under this rock where our loach is right now and just gone. And, you know, I exclaimed a little bit because nobody likes losing a fish. And that's when my wife came out and explained to me. She said she thought she heard a loud thump at one point during the day in this tank. So here's what I'm going to assume may or may not have happened. I think that there may have been, I don't know, a fly or something in the house perhaps that landed up here on the glass. And I think our archer fish, who we were just kind of starting to get into training him, trying to train him to shoot, obviously probably saw that insect. And again, guys, this is all just speculation and theory because there really isn't anything up here that, and obviously I gotta wipe this and clean this, sorry for that, but there isn't really anything up here that can prove this per se, other than her saying she heard a loud thump. But I think that there may have been a fly in the house or something that landed up here or somewhere around here on the glass. And I think instead of trying to shoot for it, because there's not a lot of water between here and there, right? A couple inches, if that. It's about 2 inches. But there's not a lot of water there. I think the archer fish might have jumped up trying to snag it, because a lot of what I've been feeding him, I've just been feeding him live and dried mealworms and crickets and kind of just plunking him in here. So he's used to slapping the top of the water to come up and get him. So I think there was a fly that landed on this glass and he tried to jump up to get it and ended up smacking the glass hard enough that either it broke the fish's spine or caused an air bladder issue that I wasn't home to see. And obviously, you know, the fish wasn't righted in time and then just passed away. So I think it was just one of those two scenarios, guys. I'm not sure if anybody else would like to have some input on the mystery. Please feel free to comment below. Like I said, that's about all I have to go on, but we'll see, guys. But again, also, let me remind you guys, please vote for our sticker rounds. The first round is now closed. I'm going to get the second round up. And then also, let's pick a name for this beautiful Otter Point Jake that's back here. So I have suggested the name Rusty, and let's at least get 3 more names so we can take a vote on that name as well, guys. And, you know, I think, let me know what type of video you'd like to see next. Would you like to see another feature? Would you like to see some more maintenance things, a little more behind the scenes? I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. It's going to be a little bit tighter on me trying to get videos out there for you guys. I'm doing the best I can, I promise. Getting ready to open a restaurant, though, so that's going to take a lot of my time very soon. So, guys, tell me what you would like to see in the content. You know, my brain is preoccupied with this restaurant opening, I'm not going to lie. So, let me know, guys. In the meantime, keep voting for those stickers. Let me know what else you might like to see as merch, whether it be t-shirts or, you know, whatever. What would you guys like to see as merch? What would you guys like to see in our members section as well when that opens up? I did put a little poll out there, but I'm also open to plenty of other suggestions because, again, members sections, it's for you guys, especially if you're going to pay a few dollars a month to be a part of it. So let me know, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Matty Fish out.